So this video is all about time. It isn't just about telling the time though, so first we're going to look at converting. Here are a few facts you already know. Okay, so we have 1 minute, there are 60 seconds, in 1 hour there are 60 minutes, and in 1 day there are 24 hours. So these are types of things that you already know, but we're going to use these facts. So I want to ask you the question, how many seconds are there in a day? So we work this out like this. So we want 1 day. So first of all, how many seconds are there in what we know? So we know there are 60 seconds in a minute. So we've got 60, but that's for a minute. Then we multiply by how many minutes are in an hour? 60, another 60. So that's going to be then, or well, all of this is going to be in an hour. Now how many hours are in a day? And there's 24. So this now gives us a day if we multiply all that together. And the answer is, so there are 86,400 seconds in a day. So you could say something really inspirational here, like, oh my goodness, don't waste a second. I say, let's not stop there. Let's work out how many seconds there are in our life, okay? And the average life expectancy is roughly about 81 years when I looked it up, but I think that was 2016. Anyway, let's say we live to 81 years, how many seconds do we have in our lifetime? So we've started with in a day, so we have the seconds in a day. What about in a year? So how many seconds are in a year? So there are 365 days, so that is 365 times the number of seconds in a day, which is this many. So there are, spoiler, big number coming up, 31,536,000 seconds in a year, okay? But we're gonna live for 81 years, so you know, this is how many seconds are in our life. So we're gonna keep going, so this is just showing you break up. So you're gonna do the number in a year multiplied by 81. So you're gonna take this number multiplied by 81 and you get. So in the average life we have 2,554,416,000 seconds in our life, and we've just worked that out using everything we know. So that's how you can kind of convert from like seconds to days, or if you were going days to seconds, you'd go work the other way. So I'm just now going to do a few questions. So this is the question. Amy goes to the cinema, which starts at 7:45 in the evening, brackets, to watch Lion King. It finished at 10:20. How long was Lion King? So the way I do these types of questions is I start with the time it starts. Then I know it's going to finish at 10:20. So I need to get to 10:20, but I need to make sensible jumps that I can kind of compute. So if I add an hour onto 7:45, I get to 8:45. So I make a note that I've done, it's been an hour. I know I can add another hour without going over my time, so if I go to 9:45, I know I've been another hour. Now, I know I can't go another full hour because that would take me to 10:45, so I'm going to get myself to 10. So if I get to 10, I know from 9:45 to 10, it's been 15 mins, so I not jot that down. And then to get from 10 to 10:20, that's now quite easy, that's been 20 mins. So I do it each step, and then you have to round to a nice number, and then you can just add this up. So I haven't, let's do it, we can do it in minutes and hours. So we'll do minutes and then hours. So minutes, an hour is 60 minutes, another hour will be 60 minutes, 15 minutes and 20 minutes, that is 155 minutes. Or if I do it in hours, I know I've been 1 hour, 2 hours, and 15 and 20 minutes, so that is 35 mins. Let's do another question. So next question, again a really relevant to everyday life type question. So I'm meeting my friends in town at 8. The buses to town from where I live take 38 minutes, and the buses leave from my bus stop every 25 minutes after 7. So what's the latest bus I can catch? So the trick with these questions, my tip, is to work backwards. So you know, if you're trying to like work out what time you should leave, you sort of always think like, oh well, if I need to be at the office or at school by this time, then I need to go back. Like, this is just how you kind of work out in your head, so it kind of makes sense. So work backwards. I need to be in town for 8:30, and it takes 38 minutes to get to town. So what is the latest bus I could catch if there was one literally just put on for me? Like if it was just me on the bus and I could just arrange it like that. Basically a taxi is what I'm describing. So it takes 38 minutes. So first of all, that's quite a hard number to subtract when doing time. So I'm going to subtract half an hour, and that will get me to 8. So that's minus 30 minutes. Now let's minus 8 minutes, and that is going to be 7:52. So that's minus 8 minutes. So that is the latest bus I could catch to be perfectly on time. So that is the taxi I would get basically if I could arrange it for me. But now we actually have to look at the buses because these don't just run on my schedule, unfortunately. So now let's look at this point. The buses leave from my stop every 25 minutes from 9, so that is 7. It's from 7. So the first bus, we're going to have one at 7. The next bus is going to be 25 minutes from then, so it's going to be 7:25. Then another 25 minutes, and then the next bus after that, if they run on time, that is going to be, so here we're adding 25 minutes. And then the next bus after that, if I add 25 minutes, okay, so bearing in mind the latest I could leave was 52 minutes past 7, so which bus can I get? Well, which is the latest bus I can catch, because I don't want to be like hanging around for ages, ideally. So the one at 7, that's just going to be not really necessary. 25 past 7, yeah, I'd get there in time. But then if I look at the next one, I have 10 to 8, and the latest I could catch was 52. So that seems like perfect timing to me. So the latest one I can catch is this 10 to 8 one, because I can't catch the next one because that's past the latest time I could leave. So I know that if I add 38 minutes onto that, I'm going to be past 8:30 and I'm going to be late for my friends. And then my friends are going to be angry. So with these questions, work backwards and then write out sort of the bus timetable. And again, super useful for everyday life. Oh, time's up. Video's out.